A proposal was submitted to Manitoba Community Service Council. Yeah, I was expecting somebody to.
I was asking permission first.
My report. So actually, this falls out of the fiscal year, so that's why you might not see it in the report, and also the various funding, the check, the time we receive it, the time we get to the bank, it falls out of our fiscal year, so it might not show in this report, but the money is there. So actually, our proposal, which was submitted again by the Vice President of SALNAM to the Manitoba Community Service Council for a paid position and program and center here, has actually been approved in part because we know we asked for like over 40,000 or so, but because of limited funding or so, and this Manitoba Community Service Council is our first time of applying there, but we were fortunate to at least get something. So SALNAM application was only approved for a program in the amount of $8,000.
Okay.
So again, yeah, it's a lot of work. I saw that proposal, and I have to personally say thank you, Mr. Vice President. It's a lot. Yeah. So from this 8,000, a check of 4,000 has been given to SALNAM, and the remaining 4,000 will be remitted through attending a bingo. And also they have a 1,000 pullback. He said we need to submit like evaluation report for the first money before they disperse the rest. So just to let you know, we didn't get all the 8,000 yet, but again, we got 8,000 approval. And again, I have a letter here. I'll pass it around for everyone to see. And we will encouraging people to help out. And we've been having some hard times lately, especially when they allocate bingos to us. We've missed 2 bingos in a year. It's not telling. So please, if people give their name to volunteer, because I've been having so much meetings to try and find ways to how to alleviate SALNAM from not paying back monies that they allocated to us. We screw up production of the casinos, and they returned this bingo to the umbrella organization, and at the end of the day we ended up being on the hold. So it's very serious if we give our names to help to volunteer, to make sure if we can't make it, we communicate like an hour or 2 in advance so we can find a replacement. Before they used to ask for 7, now it's only 4 people we need. So if your organization, out of, you said you have over 500 members, you can't provide 4 volunteers, that tells you what you're saying is not something that's not right. So frankly, I take this very personal because I've been going to these meetings to how best I can rescue SALNAM, so that whatever successive executive come, they have a way to be getting meetings, or else I could have just sit back. So please, let's make sure if we commit our time, we make sure we honor that commitment. Thank you about that. So, and we'll be providing programs like computer literacy and basic adult education. We know, I think before the meetings we were discussing this here in Victor, we have people in our community that can't even deal with an email account. We have people in our community that can't even access the internet. We have the facility here, and people are really, due to their personal ego or something, they want to come and learn something. All our organization is doing is to empower our people. We know now you have to apply for a job anywhere, they ask you go to the computer, submit your time to the computer, apply online. If your community is not empowered, frankly, you have nowhere to go. So this resource center was meant for that, not just the kids, but even our adults that came here that lack those skills. We have skillful people in our community, people like Lance Kumar, people like Kenahu, people like Erickson on physical activities. We can use them in the car. So we'll be having these programs coming up. We come in here and we actually need your support, and we need your contribution to make sure at least our people benefit for some of these activities. Because this funding that we're giving to us, it's for us to execute things like that, like this in the center and maybe out of the center. So we're actually looking forward to your contribution. So not just that, we're also participating in the wider community by continuing to volunteer in various community and social service organizations and committees to bring the bonding issues affecting our communities in those groups. In addition to sitting at the Accounting Council, Umuja, we have also become a member of the General Child and Family Service Authority. This group works as part of the New Canadian Awareness and Education Initiative to increase ethnocultural communities' contribution to the development of the New Canadian Strategic Direction. Again, the Vice President is the one taking the lead here.
I work here, man.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Erickson has joined me.
Erickson joined him in the So the reference group has been meeting quarterly since its establishment, with the group's membership roles and responsibilities remaining open and flexible, and its structure emerging over time. Now, the group, since its formation about 3 years ago, has accomplished many things, including the development of a strong, positive relationship with the GA board CEO, initiative, staff based on trust, respect, and mutual learning, through the co-creation of a presentation engagement of cultural communities regarding child and family service, presenting laws and practices in Manitoba. Now, a brief presentation on parenting laws and practice in Manitoba was made here at our resource center this past summer by the CEO, by the CEO and a program specialist, of the General Authority. Similar presentations touching parenting laws, practices, positive discipline skills will take place this coming year. So this is all for the
He's asking for the computer.
So we need everyone on board. So last but not least on my report is to again identify most of our funders and again once more thank them, like the Manitoba Agricultural Community Support Group, which always support our cultural programs, and then they give us bingos most of the time, and Manitoba Community Service Council and Canadian Heritage, they always support us for Canada Day celebration, and Knight of Columbus, church that John Sacco and Alfred Koine goes to. Every year, since the time we shipped that container, every year they've been supporting us with like $300 to just help out.
He actually noted.
And the Christmas Chair Board will be giving us toys for our children's Christmas party. And Winnipeg Harvest, but in the snack program, most of the time Winnipeg Harvest. And active member of the SALNAM Association of Manitoba, those who are paying their monthly dues. These are all our friends. So thank you very much.
I don't have a pizza. This is AGM, we should eat.
We should eat and drink.
I know.
No, you're going to send for the pizza.
I know.
Next time.
Next time, really?
Yeah, the first one I'm going to send you.
No, but $50.
But this one is said.
Arrange it carefully so we can go ahead. Now,
no, you don't understand. This is the orders.
Let's pass. We'll pass the answer around for you.
This is an order from the president and vice president. Obey.
But check the order from the president.
Yes.
so basically,
Because next people are competing, that's a surprise to solve with
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
I'll let it now.
Don't you too. Don't let the cat.
That's the surprise of this subway. What do you mean the subway?
Biggie.
Eat and drink.
Biggie.
but after that, I'll just send it to you by email.
Biggie.
SALNAM at 888.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We can already. Okay.
Yes.
Next meeting, that's arranged for Pema will be there.
That's true. It's noted,
Traditional.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Kamal.
Apple things Jamaican one.
Definitely, just maybe comment one.
Apple things Jamaican rum.
Okay, order please, the meeting is in progress. Yes, we comments from the report that I just read, we can just take a few comments so we can go.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Kamal.
Maybe I should stand.
Yes.
And this is something really close to my heart. And I really request that having given some time on the topic I'm going to bring, because in your report, which is well written and articulated, you mentioned the visit of Sylvia Blyde, which there was something good that came out of it, even though it was controversial. And it happens that I happen to be in the thick and thin of that controversy. And not only names and insults leveled at me personally, but to a point that I was accused of embezzling donations. This is no joke, please. I was accused of embezzling donations made on Sylvia Blyden's visit. Reason for which I wrote to clarify the role I played for that invitation, what I did and why, and also stated what was said to me in terms of accusation, and even went to the extent of appealing to anyone concerned, and SALNAM for that matter, to do everything they can to investigate me publicly in any way or manner, so that they will establish the veracity of that accusation. Because an accusation actually goes to discredit you and prove the kind of person you are in terms of character. Since I wrote that letter and replied to that email and brought a copy, hard copy, to SALNAM to see what I did, so far there is no reaction, neither from SALNAM, not by any member of the community here, to say, oh, well, Pa, you don't bring that accusation here, we don't bring police, and we are going to court to investigate you. Just to establish if my record, my name is clear, or I go to jail. I would have appreciated if something like that had been done, so that, in fact, among the insults hurled at me is not much, because if you insult me, I mean, it's not hanging on me. But if you accuse me of embezzling funds of no other than Sylvia Blyden, who came to Manitoba through one of my activities, and I reported, nothing was done. What does that mean? To me, it meant, if they accuse you, maybe it's true. That's up to you to take action. And indeed, I saw someone to help me take action legal. But the idea is, Ebola also came in. And if I had still insisted, well, I need my name to be clear, then they will say, about this by yourself. Ebola, they go on, they can't bring pettiness. Yes, it is true. It is true.
Petty.
You said answer the question.
I will want pettiness.
Yeah, I will want my name to be investigated and cleared if possible.
Okay, thank you. Actually, thank you, Mr. Kama. Actually, I'm not gonna be labeled to this. I feel your pain, as I have my own troubles. But frankly, I have one thing in me. Whether I believe in myself, frankly, people say anything about me, but I believe in myself. The 40-feet container that we're talking about today, there are people still out there saying, I go and sell that container. There are people who say, me, I tell them people in village. Frankly, they've been accusing me, right? But I believe in myself. I know I'm not perfect. I'm doing my best to help my community. You indicated in your presentations, your speech. You should have done this in Edmonton, but because of the love you have for Winnipeg, that's why you embark upon this thing for Sylvia's visit. And so, yeah, that's fine. This thing was initiated. I don't know, even yet still I was dragging. They said I knew because my name was SALNAM letterhead was India, right? Frankly, I was looking at the bigger picture. I said, Sylvia, if Sylvia come here, I'm the president of the community. Whosoever has had like maybe any hidden agenda, if I'm not India, I'm not going to know what's going to happen. I was following the footsteps. Maybe I shouldn't have been at the mayor's office. This opportunity shouldn't have come for SALNAM to get $10,000. Okay, after everything at the last meeting here, I personally apologize to the community for the mistake I did by using SALNAM letterhead for the proof. The man called Sylvia Otterby said they're going to use it for an itinerary. It ended up being an invitation letter. That was my flaws. I apologize, and we have to forge ahead. Your acquisition didn't come from SALNAM. One individual by the name of Sylvanus Otterby, I saw that post. One individual whom you are having like so many back and forth accuses you. To me, frankly, I don't hold you accountable. I know if they give you any money for Sylvia's visit, you paid your transport to come to Winnipeg. Nobody paid for you. If you had anything, and in fact, when they promise, you even send, if you forget, you send me that text that, oh, this person promised, this person promised. If they give me anything, I'll pass it on to you guys. That never happened. If somebody accuses because somebody promised, somebody pledged, and the pledge didn't come through, and somebody go tell you you embezzled that money, frankly, Mr. Kamal, deep down in you, if you know that's not true, just let it go.
Ignore it.
Just let it go. It's not the end of the world. That's always gonna happen. Let's put this behind us. Please, that's all my statement. Thank you. Bob.
Yeah, I had some other things to say, but just pertaining to what Mr. Kamara is saying. In the first place, the whole thing was, if somebody's accusing him now, whom they were all party to one, something a little bit not too transparent. I don't want to use words really, but very, I don't know, a little bit dishonest in connection with the community, like what you said with the letterhead, using your name, this and that. I mean, dishonesty has been there in their group that brought Sylvia and every other thing. So if they're accusing you or something, I think if you were saying SALNAM should investigate, I think investigating that is gonna cost them time, probably money. I don't know if you are ready to fund that. Probably they will if you say, okay, SALNAM, I'll pay for your time, your money, whatever you do, gas, telephone, in investigating this to clear my name. If not, that guy was your guy. You guys came together to do your stuff. Deal with him as you like. Whatever, that should be fine. I think we shouldn't really be bothering about that because the whole thing is a fraud. If good come out of it, the little tiny good that came out of it, it's good. Thank God they say do evil that good may come. That's good. So please either you leave it behind and don't bring it to SALNAM or deal with them outside there. So we move on. Yeah, I think that's it. And I wanted to ask Mr. President about the money that was donated, the grant for the position at the center. Yeah. What's happened to the money? Have you employed anybody? Is it what was it for?
Listen, let's get we'll let him finish. Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to the president.
Yeah, listening.
He's listening.
Okay.
Listen, the president is listening.
Okay, and the second question is, the July 1 events has been happening all this time. Is there any fund that comes from the government or from any other source to finance it?
You done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for the application for the paid staff, when we apply for paid staff, we put in all the numbers and all what we think we able. But as we always say, these people never give you 100% funding. In fact, they don't even give us 1/4 of what we applied for. They only gave us, they support certain programs in the application, right?
Yeah.
So
they didn't support yet the
they didn't give us
that's why it was
the
said
paid
that
position.
Application was approved in part.
In part.
For some programs.
Yes, just for some programs
the
we'll be doing at the
position
center.
part was not approved.
Yeah.
Because of funding limited amount. A lot of organizations apply. So it goes by how
So
much
they didn't
have.
give anything for the paid position side.
Okay,
Just for like,
okay.
yeah, and
It's-
even the money, we only receive 4,000 for now. We have to go for bingo around in March. And then after the activities we'll be doing at the center, when we do like say maybe couple activities, we need to submit a final activity report, and then they will disperse the rest of the money. Wow. So we only receive 4,000 for now. And for Canada Day, the July 1 event, now they used to give us $300, sometimes $1,000. For the past 2 or 3 years, we've been receiving $1,500. And that's been always in the financial reports. Every time our fund, if you keep track of our financial report, we indicated the funding we received from Canadian Heritage. And that's what we used to rent the park. Now the park, we just rent the park. It's like $500 right there, just for the park.
You guys did it already?
Yeah, because you have to do that in advance.
Just quickly, SS, did we extend the time for the park?
Yeah.
We did.
Perfect.
We went for 2 slots.
That's why it's expensive.
That's why it's expensive.
Perfect.
So
You
again,
have to book it twice, eh?
if I finish Bob's question. So yeah, so we receive funding and we use the money to like just do the Canada Day celebration.
Okay, follow up to my question. The 4,000 that was given for programs, so I probably didn't clarify that the paid position was not approved. Probably it's pending, they might approve it. Let's pray. But the 4,000, when was it again?
I passed the letter around.
Yeah, I read about it. I think, when was it approved? Or when did you receive it? September. Okay. So has anything been spent towards any program yet?
No,
But why I'm asking this is that if we need the rest, then you need receipts and other things and things, this and that, which the finance guy has to prepare, right? So is anything being spent? If
Absolutely nothing. This was why we're trying to implement programs at the center. We should have
I've
started.
been having that discussion with Lance and Kenabu already.
So we can have programs going so we can at least use this money. We even promised to pay honorarium to the people that will be doing these programs because this money was given for a project.
Yeah.
And we have to do it or else they're not going to fund us next year.
But next time,
Yeah.
that's why I'm really, not that it's been spent, I'm just asking that we start doing it, that when it gets closer, like very close, then we spend 4,000, then we say, so now we begin to spend 500, 300, 200,
Happened, but again, we were all busy with the Ebola campaign.
Yeah, let's keep it up.
So yeah,
with that again, I would please urge these 3 guys that you mentioned. I think it's their expertise in the computer system. As you said, with our new people that are coming in, immigrants or something, like even me, we need some little bit of experience in computer.
I don't know how to do Photoshop.
Yeah, in computer. So let them start now. Yeah, I think it's better they start now. So we're please urging you 3 guys, our computer techs, to please start, please. Please. And thank you so much. Thank you for all the outline you just did for the report, the presidential report. That was really good. I think acknowledging your VP2 with his role, that
was really good. In terms of the project, when you guys was writing the project, the detailed activities as to how much you needed, right? Then they said that they will give you guys $8,000. They gave you $4,000 upfront, right? In the letter, they never defined the activities for this $4,000. They never did that. They just said that they have approved this $4,000. Yes, and also told you your responsibilities, how you will get the next $4,000. Right. So sorry to say that they never give you funding for specifically, for hiring specific person to be here, because that was part of the funding. Sorry to say that that one, you have to take that off.
Yeah.
And you also, in the proposal, no matter what is it, in abstract, it is already approved. Now, it is also our responsibility to ensure that we have tapped that $8,000. Because that is why they said that, like you said, definitely we need to work towards that. In terms of bingo, we need to also try to tap that. And those are some of the activities that we can do in order to get the other funding that is yet to be given to us. Yeah. The upfront funding, which is the $4,000, is a part payment of the $8,000. But we need certain activities. We need to also, augment those responsibilities that are given to us. All right, like the bingos and the other activities. Now, the other thing we need to recognize is this. I love what you said, my brother. In terms of defending the $4,000 that is already given to us, what are some of the activities that you are going to do in order to justify, right?
Oh, yeah, it's based on what we put in the proposal.
Right.
Yeah,
so again, we may not rule out the employability of whoever that we need in order to man here. It might even be part of this $4,000. It might, left with you. I'm just recommending, all right? But like,
definitely food for somebody with that.
But my point is, when you said that no, it is, like what you said that no, it is not part of. They never funded that. I just wanted to rest. That particular concept.
Okay, yeah.
No,
okay,
it is part of it.
Let me just clarify this. It's part of it, but like per se, if we go critically into like the financials, when you put in an application, right? For example, when the vice president put in the application, he identified programs will be running at the center, and specifically there's a line for paid staff. Okay, how much he's expecting, right? When they do this, they will give you funding based on
a breakdown of
proposal. Yeah. So
basically, same as the program, a breakdown of honorarium.
Yeah. So basically, they're focusing on the program. Some of these organizations don't fund for paid staff. If you need a paid staff, you need to go somewhere else. They'll fund like the program you're doing there. If you need for like a paid staff, they will refer you somewhere else.
And one of the major stumbling blocks for a paid staff because we don't have charity. If we have charity, we would have had funding for paid staff.
Okay, that is why you should have said. Sorry, I'm not going to leave.
We'll discuss that. Every organization is asking for that.
We'll discuss
the organizations that do those kind of fundings are asking for that.
We can discuss it after this. My point here is this. The amount that they have approved is well spelled out in their letter.
That's right.
Right? Even in their letter, the letter that they have put that this is the amount that we have, which is the $8,000. They never said that we are not funding honorarium. We are even in as much as those were part of the general project proposal that you wrote.
Right. Yeah. But when we do, let's don't label this.
Yeah,
when we do our final activity report, if they don't satisfy with the programs we run, then they'll question it.
It depends on us.
Yes.
We have to define.
Yeah.
And it's already in the proposal.
Yeah, so
approved.
The answers are
like whatever we will do is already in the proposal.
Yeah.
That is it. So we have to define that.
Yeah. Okay, so so can we forge ahead?
Your report and this, I'm not sure what a fiscal. Why in fact ends here August 31 when there were with the 4 months vacuum, because a lot of things happened in August and December.
Okay. So SALNAM fiscal year starts according to the constitution. If you look at it, we don't deal with the calendar year.
No.
We deal with the fiscal year. We started when? September 1 to August 1st. So when we read the reports for this year, this is 4 weeks. 2013 to August 31st. Next general meeting we'll be having is starting September 1. So everything that happened between September 1 to that time will be in our report. Yeah. Yeah, any other?
Biggie, they didn't send for the pizza.
The pizza, sir. They don't send for the pizza.
Yes, they know that.
What if 40%?
The 40% apple
How many
tea.
apple tea? No, I mean, they tell you say apple tea.
Exactly. We're serious about it.
Those are motivation. You need motivation.
Okay, they from the leftover, eh?
Yeah, from the leftover.
Actually, this is recorded. You guys must be serious about this.
Let's go.
And it's going on YouTube, though. Anyway, so don't talk about food. I don't lie, eh?
No lie.
Okay, so now we can I now hand over the...
Yes, President.
Okay. So now we're going to item number 8. Mr. Financial Secretary, we need the report, sir.
It's a very important part for my camera. They die. My camera, they die.
Call anybody when they don't take money in your hand. Maybe if you don't do this paper, write that. Call me, let me know the report.
If I don't that. Is that the one?
Good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to have you here. Today I'm here to give the financial report for the fiscal year September 01 fiscal year.
Then why are you picking stuff?
Okay. For the year September 01, 2013 to August 31st, 2014. We started with the income.
Education accessible even to the son of officer.
Okay, looking into the income, we have a balance brought forward as of August 31, 2013, which was 26,106.90. After that, throughout the year transaction, we had for December 31st social realized an income of 1,374.05. We have the independent social, we have the Valentine social, we have the bingo, which is a grant, we have the Canada Day, the membership dues collected, we have the donation received from the Knights of Columbus, the community member donation towards the resource center, the car wash, the interest, give us a total of 45,147.93. So we're coming to what we spend, expenditure. So throughout the year, looking into the list from 1 to 20, which I will not name all, you will see that we spend a total amount of 29,365.45. So if we do the calculation, we subtract the money that came and whatever we spend, so we'll have the balance of 15,782.48. Next page. The statement of the financial position, like the money, what we had in the bank before the fiscal year for August, from September the 1st to August. Within that period, we have 3 accounts. We have the Belgian Alliance. By then, we have 5,024.78. We have the RBC, 9,804.07. We have the Asiniboni Credit Union. By then, there was nothing in the account because the account was not established. So, when we do the calculation, we have $14,915. So that was for the period that's passed. It's not current right now. So looking into the financial position, what we have currently into our bank, right now in the Belgian Alliance, we have 14,043.71. On the RBC account, we have 11,355.42. Our Siniboni Credit Union, we don't have anything there now because the account's already been changed to Ebola. The fund that we have into that account right now is for the Ebola. So I'm not gonna read it to you people.